I mean, it's kind of in the name.
Yeah, I mean, you said the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yep, you called all of it, Rakai. You called it all, dog.
It's like a pimp named Slickback.
Hey, what's going on? It's your boy Sister with the Intel, and you already see Rakai is in the building.
Hello, Governor.
Hey, there we go. Yo, we over here waiting on bated breath.
That's right. Blimey, I'm back. I'm back, bruv.
Yo, it so is Loki, or is it? This is the season finale, Loki. It has absolutely have people frothing at the mouth. The series as a whole has got like an 8.2 on IMDb, and this season finale has been one of the things that's been talked about in legend. It has a 9.6 with over 15,000 votes. It's holding a 9.6. So it's looking like it's meeting everybody's expectations. So if you need to catch up with some of the previous episodes, don't worry, there'll be a link in the description. And let's go ahead and get this bad boy going.
I am Loki of Asgard, and I am burdened with glorious purpose.
Burdened with glorious purpose. I love that, man. I had a t-shirt of that made on it.
I know, that's a line, ain't it?
I don't want to be, I was born to be. That is what we know. War, and it's on its way, and that's who you showed us.
That's actually the name of this episode is Glorious Purpose. For all time, always.
Okay.
So when are we again? Oh, before Tommy hops in it.
I'm back.
You okay?
Yes, yes. We have to get Tommy out there.
oh, okay. So the old one is back in his own body. Okay, it took me a second.
Here we go.
Come on, let's go, let's go.
Come on, let's move.
Why's he letting us go down if he already knows?
Well, we got spaghetti again?
What could we have done differently?
Good question. We took too long.
Okay. Wait a minute. We better groundhog this bad boy.
When those doors open, get down the gangway as fast as you can. Load the multiplier, hit the green button, launch it, and get back, okay?
Okay.
That's exactly right.
Let's keep moving. Let's go faster this time.
Come on. I said,
Get in, get suited up, get down the gangway as fast as you can. Load the multiplier, hit the green button, launch it, and get back, okay? Let's keep moving. Let's go a little faster this time. What happened?
he's gone.
Again. Well, faster.
So
Earlier.
Okay.
Again. Again.
Dang.
Again.
That is a lot of pain that,
I mean, technically it's only happening to him only once. But still.
technically.
there's only one coat of paint on this.
Obi, what are you talking about? It's absolutely perfect. Now listen up. We have to get Timely suited up and to the loom.
Sylvie's like,
Because Timely has this, a prototype.
Yes, prototype.
Which will widen the temporal input and invert the temporal decay.
Like, he knows everything now.
How much do you know?
Nothing. I don't know much, but I'm a fast learner and I'm a god.
We
beginning.
don't have time for this. Loki, it's better if we walk alone.
Obi, I understand. But if I had to know, I mean, I really, really, really had to know, how long would it take?
can he not tell them that he's bouncing from time?
Loki, I'm not questioning your surprisingly advanced engineering skills, but
Surprisingly advanced.
Return. I'll take those. Thank you. When you're ready. And go. By the way, remember, tape your right thumb, left knee, and faceplate, or the temporal radiation will peel your skin right off. What's the first step? Trip hazard. Right thumb, left knee. Whatever you do not set the multiplier down, or it will roll off the gangway. Okay? Don't forget.
Centuries of doing
Apparently
this.
that's happened.
Probably multiple times a day for century.
Looks like someone's coming for your job. That's right. I'm coming. Okay, watch your back. Casey, get the multiplier down to Tommy as fast as you can. Okay.
I appreciate them speeding this up for us as well.
Casey, don't forget to latch his helmet. That's latch his helmet.
thank you.
Only for you.
Trust me, if you stop, you die. All right.
Let's go.
Let's go. Come on, man.
They still going spaghetti. Spaghetti.
go. Let's go.
Get to the end of the gangway as fast as you can and load the multiplier into the launcher. That's it.
Come on, Victor.
Be brave. You're being so brave. One foot in front of the other. Before you know it, you'll be at the end of the gangway. Well done.
Come on, little.
Dang. Oh, yeah, they're speeding all this up for us. Thank you.
Not yet.
Don't put it down.
Don't put it down.
Do not put the multiplier down. It will roll off the gangway.
Wow. Oh my gosh, we're almost there. We're almost there. Just hit the button, baby.
Hit the button. It can be a little sticky.
Boom.
Run.
You hear the da-dun.
Yes, come back. It's working. It's working. It's gonna work this time.
This time.
Come on. Go, 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 go.
He ain't gonna make it. Oh, shit.
Wow. Welcome to the future, my guy.
You know, it took how many hundreds of years?
Pumpkins. Pumpkins?
It's working.
Something's wrong.
I'm gonna go check the system.
Yeah, it's too good to be true.
It didn't work, wizard!
You did it.
It didn't work!
Oh, yes, it worked. It's working right now.
Really?
It's working. Look at this.
You hear him say, "Did work, wizard."
That's not possible. It's not possible.
He's like, you know how many times I've done this?
We have to get out of here.
Wait!
Is that what it
And
runs?
go where?
The branches of time are duplicating and expanding at an infinite rate.
You could
I don't
never
understand.
complain it. Yeah, you could never do it. It's infinite. Wow.
It's almost as if, as soon as the
Remember, here's the
timeline
thing,
started branching, this was doomed to happen.
If he can control his time slipping,
He got to go further back
Go
into the
back.
past.
you got to go back to before Sylvie killed him.
Yeah. Yeah, and you called that last week.
And you got to take Sylvie back with you to explain to old crazy Sylvie.
Yeah. And he who remains will still remain.
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of in the name.
I mean, you said the whole thing.
Yeah.
Yep. You called all of it, Rakai. You called it all, dog.
It's like a pimp named Slickback.
If you want me to stop,
You'll have to kill me, huh?
you'll have to kill me.
Oh,
Look at him. He back there chilling. He's like,
because he knows. See you soon.
Sylvie, stop!
He said,
see you soon.
Hear me out.
If you want me
See
to
you
stop,
soon.
you'll have to kill me.
you have to kill her. Look at him. Just waiting.
Why do you never try to stop her? Fight back. Do
Because he
something.
knows.
So, how many times have you been at this?
What did you do?
Oh, come on. You're not telling me you haven't learned how to pause time yet.
Oh, you haven't.
Yet.
So, this isn't the first time we've had this conversation, is it?
How did you know?
I know about the slipping. And who do you think paved that road? Any guesses? Survey says?
He
Who remains?
Here you were, slipping through time, thinking you were sticking it to the system, gonna beat the man, and then whoop. And that be it? Is it?
Well,
Nada?
stop.
R.I.P. HWR? No, I told you.
That's why I kept saying, see you soon.
Is it HWR? Come on now. It took me a second. I had to say it in my head. Oh.
Bearings, and then you just let me know. Okay, when you're ready to have a conversation.
Dang.
You're having some problems with the temporal loom.
Scaling problem.
Scaling problem. That's what he told you? Victor told you it was a scaling problem. Wow. And the TVA, well, that's just collateral damage. No biggie. Easy to rebuild.
Easy to rebuild. Easy money.
You lose.
I know.
That sucks because you can't kill them. So you just got to sit there and watch them gloat. That just sucks.
Because the loom is the loom. Like you said, the loom itself is a failsafe. And it deletes all the branches not supposed to be there.
Oh, change the equation.
I'll break your loom.
Every moment of peace you've ever experienced was yours because I was here.
I'll find another way.
By all means. We ain't got nothing but time.
Okay.
Yeah.
Finish what I started.
Which is?
Claim my throne.
You want to be king?
I don't want to be, I was born to be.
No, but king of what exactly?
Whoa. That version of Loki. Remember that one?
Mm-hmm.
You want to know why I do what I do, why I have so much range.
Yeah.
Yes, you do have.
Gotta keep the big picture in mind. Most purpose is more burden than glory. No, there's no comfort. You just choose your burden.
There's nowhere left to go.
Yeah. That's the appropriate look.
What's happening?
We're outside.
Girl, you don't even know how cold I am.
So you have to kill me. Not giving you my blessing if that's what you're waiting.
Facts.
Who are you to decide we can't die fighting? You're replacing one nightmare with another. I grew up in apocalypses, Loki.
Hey.
Loki? What are you doing?
Oh, word? You don't, no suit either?
I know what I want. I know what kind of god I need to be. For you. For all of us.
No!
Loki!
Word?
I need to get out there.
That's what I'm talking about.
Word?
Put on his godly robes. And get out of this regular finery. I am Loki, Prince of Asgard.
Huh.
Yeah. Look at everybody in here is like,
The branches are dying.
Like, I don't have to be he who remains. I am he who is him. You know, I never really thought. I mean, he's a guy, but he's wearing loafers. That just
He's giving us tips.
That's dope. His cloak became part of the time. That's okay. All right, y'all flexing. Let's go.
mm-hmm. And that's why he gets the big chair.
That's why he gets the big chair. So he's the one that's going to be holding all of existence together. He's going to physically hold all of existence together. Wow. Oh, and it looks like a tree.
It's like the tree.
The tree of life.
Yeah, the tree of Yggdrasil.
Oh my gosh. You saw the apple that was sitting on He Who Remains desk. That's they should close it out just like that. Don't give us no more. Just end this bitch. Just stick the landing. Ah, okay. All right. I'll take more. Let's grow together.
Your team are doing an excellent job. Let me know if you need anything.
Look at the positivity around that place.
Hey, y'all. I'm Miss Minutes. And are we sure she won't
Try to kill us all?
instill confidence, Obi?
Like, she is her own person, you know.
Yeah.
Are you headed to the war room?
Yeah.
You let them know I'll be up in a moment.
I'll do you one better. I'll save you a seat.
Do any of them know that we exist yet?
Oh, I guess one of them caused a little bit of a ruckus on 616 adjacent realm, but they handled it, so we're all good for now.
That's all we can ask for.
616 adjacent.
616 adjacent.
Yeah, I'll meet you up there.
616 is the MCU as we know it, but adjacent.
Who's those, his kids?
Casey said he's gonna get these taken down.
Although it is a good reminder, those who do not remember the past.
So when we get in there...
Yeah, funny you should mention that, because you think the TVA is gonna miss a tired, washed-up old analyst with a heart of gold. I've got to go see what exactly it is we've been protecting for all this time.
Well, if you ever want a seat in there, it's yours.
Thanks. They need you in there.
Are you scared?
Oh, yeah.
Second edition. Oh, wow. Took you back to Egypt, huh? Or she's at the end of the time, though, right? Like when you get pruned?
I think so. Yeah, that's where she's at.
Yeah.
Tanner, come on, let's find some common ground. Here we go. I'm crazy.
Never look, never know.
It's weird that Loki's not here, isn't it?
Yeah.
You're here.
Well,
See you around, I guess.
Where are you gonna go?
You?
I might just wait here for a little bit. Let time pass.
If you're watching this on YouTube, you're gonna see a cut down version of our reaction because we're only allowed to show you a limited amount of picture-in-picture. But if you wanna watch the whole thing with us uncut, uninterrupted, head over to our Patreon page at patreon.com/Sintel. Become a member of this channel. You'll get access to the full uncut reaction, but you will need your own Netflix, HBO Max, or Disney Plus subscription so you can open up each episode in an adjacent window to our reaction. We'll give you a little time with a small reference video at the bottom of the screen to help you sync up the footage. And it'll be like you're watching it with your favorite pals from the internet.
Or you get 911 called on.
Wow. Whew. That's that. Woo. And that ominous music. Woo. All right, hold on. I'm gonna fast forward a little bit to see if there's any a post-credit scene. I'm willing to bet there is. Is that it? Maybe it. Yeah, that is it. Let me take it back to the old school. Let's take it to Union Square. Hey, oh my gosh, there's a lot going on with that bad boy. Listen, I know I started this episode off talking about how this particular episode had a 9.6 out of 10 with over 15,000 votes and still maintaining a 9.6. Did it deserve that 9.6? Yay or nay, and why?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Listen, he said, "He who remains." Yes. You know, HRW. Let's go do HRW.
HRW.
HWR.
No,
HWR said. HWR said something important in there. Keep focused on the big thing. Make the big thing always the big thing. And I've heard that forever through, coaching, through sports and stuff, you know what I'm saying? Always make the main thing the main thing. In here, that was the swan song. That was the pièce de résistance. That was the end of Loki effectively in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
Made the main thing made the main thing the main thing. How do you do that? I mean, we've killed off Loki several times.
Yes.
He's come back. And now he took from being one of the best villains in the MCU to being the best anti-hero / all-out hero. Like right there, he eclipsed his brother right there.
Yes.
He is not he who remains. He is he who is him. He is him.
You mentioned big picture. And here's the thing that's ironic is that Loki, from the previous version of himself, the one, the trickster, that just wanted a throne of his own, ends up getting his wish in the end. He sat on a golden throne on his own terms and literally controls everything. He got his wish.
Everything.
I
mean, and just think about it. If he took the place of HWR, I mean, that means the people he worked for, Thanos and all that, they are nothing to him now.
Yeah.
He is Himothy.
Yeah. He is him.
And
yeah.
But the thing is, you just like in real life, you can't get it until you don't want it.
There's something to that. There's something to that. The conversation that he has with Mobius is the thing. It's like, you can get it, but it's a burden. And you have to make some very difficult choices. And there is no more difficult choice than to physically hold existence together. You know, he's been going on and on about being burdened with glorious purpose. Like every single piece of the thing that he wanted, he got. And it is a burden. It's like, it's the equivalent of Atlas holding the world on his shoulder, you know, and its grandioseness rivals that of his own father. Like there's nothing in his waking mind space that is grander than the glorious purpose that he has burdened himself with. You know that.
And Mobius said it perfectly too. That purpose is actually far more full of burdens than it is glory.
Yes.
and you're absolutely right. He has burdened himself with this glorious purpose. But glorious it is.
Glorious it is. It is glorious, but you're him. You got it, bro. Like
But that also goes to, that speaks to us in our lives too. Because a lot of times, you know, we may, you know, feel grandiose and feel, you know, that we are burdened with our own glorious purpose.
Yeah.
But a lot of times, all of that, you can get everything you want if you shift your perspective. Once you change the paradigm, everything that you want, everything that you feel you deserve is coming to you. It just may not come in a package you thought it was going to come in. It may not come looking at all like how you thought it was going to look or how it's going to feel, but you can get all that and then some.
Yeah.
If you shift your entire mindset. And mindset is what keeps most of us down.
Yeah. How did you feel? I agree with all of that. You're right. And that's the thing that made him such a, there's a great moment right before he has that scene where he talks to Mobius and you see the version of Loki that we've known, the trickster, you know, the one that's just trying to get over. And you see, and golly, hat tip to Tom Hiddleston for being able to play both sides, to remember that character. And you could see the look on his face, and he's like, you know, I'm gonna get out of this no matter what. You could just see that version of him. And like that, he turns it around to that person that you're talking about. That individual, that's and the change is night and day. I was like, wow, go ahead, Tom. Do the damn thing. Show us where we started, and then show us where we're ending just before he's about to literally take the throne. So well done.
But sometimes that all comes through experience. That comes through, you know, time. You know, there is no teacher like experience. And we've been shown that time and time again in a lot of MCU properties. I mean, if you just look at Star-Lord, so that last Guardians of the Galaxy, you know, you could not replace, even though you replaced Gamora, the time and experience of what they shared together could not be replaced, no matter how much he wanted it to be there. And he still felt all of that.
Yeah.
And she didn't feel any of that because she did not share those same experiences with him. So to go from, I mean, we talk about the arcs of characters, but I think the character growth of Loki throughout his, what has it been, 14, 15 years in the MCU, might be one of the greatest character arcs in cinema.
There's an argument for that. There is a real argument for that. Yes, I'll stand with you beside that. Yeah, and I would you know, challenge somebody to give another example that is on the level, you know. Yeah, that's the effort, the amount of time that it took Like we literally watched him grow up over the span of years. Like just like him having his Groundhog Moment day, you know, we spent time to watch this transformation, and the payoff was so good. This episode, so good, just, and it's satisfying. You know, I can't. Well, that kind of makes me go back to what you were saying about, you know, experience and doing things over and over again. One of the things that they bit off of is Groundhog Day, considered an instant classic to many people.
Yeah,
it's a classic to me, but you get a chance to see.
It's a classic to me.
You get a chance to see, you know, Bill Murray change over so many iterations over and over and over and over again, and we get a bit of that, like a hint. It's like a little hat tip when he was trying to learn everything about astrophysics and quantum mechanics and everything else. So that just even adds that much more. Like imagine the amount of self-reflecting he has done, because they said centuries later, they just kind of like threw it out there. It's not important how long it took, but what is important is to know that he actually took the time and the effort to do something that ended up being pointless. And also but he still grew from it. That's the thing.
And I think Groundhog Day is the seminal classic, and it's kind of the, you know, the forefather. But I think another movie that I absolutely love, it may not be a widely received movie, but, you know, taking it to the sci-fi tip, Edge of Tomorrow with Tom Cruise and Emily Blunt. Listen, so this Loki more reminded me of that movie, and it may be the sci-fi tilt to it, but I mean, just seeing Bill Murray's growth in Groundhog Day was one thing, because he was, you know, he was comical and he was cynical and stuff, and then he grew to be an actual person. But like seeing Tom Cruise's character's growth from being selfish and narcissistic and, you know, to where he was sacrificing, it's kind of the same thing here with Loki's, where Loki was completely narcissistic and all about himself and even envious of his brother, to the point where he sacrificed himself and sacrificed everything, not for his golden throne, but to give everyone a chance at life, you know, to replace the sacred timeline with something better, which also in the grand scheme of things, because of the way he weaves all of the timelines together, because like you said, Obi said they were dying. All of them, once he did that, they were all dying, and he grabbed them and imbued them with his own Asgardian magic and weaved them back together and made this larger loom that looks like the tree. Yes. The tree represents the 9 realms, and in that also gives us all these other timelines that we have been about, and we have flirted with, teased in the MCU for the longest. You know, X-Men, I see you. It's time to make your introduction, my guys. Like, it's time. It's time. All the other stuff that's out there, it's time.
Yeah. There was an interesting little motif. Well, not even motif, just a thing that I picked up on, and that is the symbol of the tree of life. And there is an eaten apple, a bitten apple, that sits on He Who Remains' desk. And come on, man, that's as on the nose as you can get, right? You know, like the original sin, maybe. I was curious your thoughts on that.
Well, you know, and the thing is, you know, the writers of this, I'm sure they knew the direction that they were going to go to some degree when they finished season 1. And even in this, to see He Who Remains again, and for him to say, for all those times, which I had a good laugh off of the way he laughed every time Sylvie killed him. See you soon. That was hilarious.
Yes.
But when Loki told him, I have a new idea, and even I think Loki playing chess, not checkers, in that whole moment where he let He Who Remains talk. He's like, oh, you haven't figured out how to do this yet. And you know what? I'm gonna let you do this for another couple thousand times. And then you come back when you're ready to have a conversation. He's like, boy, stop. What makes you think this first time we had this conversation? He said, oh, okay. One for you. Yeah. It's okay.
I see you. All right.
Yeah. It's almost like, you know, when you're playing hands, you know what I'm saying? They say, you know, poker, you know, is truly a skill because you're not playing the hand, you're playing the people. And it's almost like in that moment, Loki had to see how much He Who Remains would reveal and tell him about what's going on and where his place in this all was. And when Loki said, I think I know a different way. And dude just sat back and said, okay, let me see. Yeah. You know, which also reveals to, you know, they even alluded to it here at the end that he said, listen, all my variants already out there. Yeah. They out there. And, you know, she said, do they even know that the TVA, do they know we exist? Do they know? He's like, I don't think so. You know, the thing is, they're still trying to stop the war, you know, with all the Kangs. Depending on, you know, again, big picture, depending on where Marvel decides to go with this, would see just if we get the war, you know, the Kang invasion or whatever that we were promised.
Yeah.
So, and there's no telling if that'll happen. They may shift gears and do something else, you know. And I know that was supposed to lead from that to Secret Wars, but
yeah. Well, there is some closure on this because that Kang does sit at the end of the timeline. He sits at the end of time, and you can just one off this and just be done with it. You can't walk away from it. I mean, this is complete enough with Loki doing that and him being the responsible one, and then be like, well, that's just what it is. And those Kangs are out there, and just be like, well, we're not going to focus on that. We could just start on, you know, some other big bad. So I do think that they've given themselves an out. There was an article from the Variety article that ruffled a lot of feathers, and there was a guy who had said something to the effect of, I don't see how they can get away from Kang after seeing this episode. And I see it the exact opposite way. I think it's complete. I think you can walk away from it just being this and then just have the Kangs exist, because you know, there's an infinite amount of bad guys or whatever it is that's out there, and you can just have your pick and choose over that, you know. So yeah. I see it
exactly how you see it. Like, this was succinct enough that they could walk away from Kang. You know, Loki's at the end of time now, controlling all of time and guarding the loom and the timelines, and they could walk away from this, you know. And if Jonathan Majors gets out of legal trouble and all that's set, then you could come back around to the Kang story. But the thing is, because they write stories and they write things so many years out in advance, it's almost like if they are done with Jonathan Majors and they are done with this Kang version, this Kang pathway, they have to make a decision on that now. I mean, because I don't think they're making any more Ant-Man movies, thank God. And in between, so you had Doctor Strange, but it looked like if they do another Doctor Strange movie, that was going more towards the Dark Realm and Dormammu or something like that. We've been teasing Mephisto forever. But you can clearly, the multiverse and all that is now a multiverse still, but a controlled multiverse or whatever. You can still easily move away from Kang and easily explain that with some Ant-Man stuff and Doctor Strange and other properties. You can completely walk away from this and go in a different direction. But if that's the case, just for planning purposes, they have to make a decision on that like real soon.
Yeah.
I mean, now that the strikes are over with, and now that people are going back to work, see, they got an extended amount of time to think about it and see where things will go. But once the trial got extended, now somebody's gonna have to make some hard decisions.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Feige might have to be the one to hold all the Marvel timelines together in order to save the greater good of the entire MCU. Which is,
I don't know,
which is a shame because I think Jonathan Majors is giving a phenomenal performance.
Outstanding.
Yeah, I mean, if it wasn't for just this out of this world performance that Tom Hiddleston gave, we would be, over the moon with Jonathan Majors. And I thought he just he delivered. He absolutely delivered. And I will be sorely disappointed if he is not still a part of the MCU. From a thespian perspective, I don't know if he's guilty or innocent. I'm not trying to get into that. I'm just saying, just from a pure talent perspective, it would be such a loss.
I think Jonathan Majors, every time he touched the screen in this particular series, he ate. He chewed screenery and he stole every scene he was in, except for this final episode where Tom Hiddleston gave him a run for his money, and he ate every time he was on the screen. Like his range in this, like his acting was superb in this, and I hate to say, he gave us one of the best performances in the MCU, as a swan song, because I don't know if we'll see him again.
I don't know, man. I think, listen, here's why I think he can still be in it. Because not only he's giving of his life force per se in each individual timeline, he can manifest time going forwards and backwards. So he can essentially put a piece of himself in any existence. So I think that if he wants to walk away, which I think would be probably best for everybody, I would like to see him just be done with it and leave me with that. But I do think that there's wiggle room for him to be like, hey, don't mind me. I'm still holding everything together, but, bop in and be like, hey, heroes, here's a thing that you need to help defeat this big bad or whatever. I can absolutely see that still happening because that may happen. He is a part of the timelines now. So
yeah, and that may happen. But the thing is, because of where he's at.
Yeah.
And he hasn't put any variants out there because why would he? That's more self-serving than what he's currently doing. No one would go to Loki and be like, what, we think we need his wisdom. And I think the only place that he may show up is, I hear that they're going to continue and do like another Thor movie. He would show up there.
Yeah. I can see that. I don't want that to happen though. I'd rather it just be done. Like, I was so satisfied when he took the throne, they could have rolled the credits and I'd have been satisfied.
Facts.
Satisfied. Everything else after that is just icing. I'm like, all right, yeah, that's cool. But they could have just rolled that bad boy. Rolled that beautiful bean footage. We kept it pushing.
And I think, and after that was just to set up or not set up, depending on which way they really go, because it was really ambiguous, the Kang storyline, about his variants already being out there. That could set it up, or it could be like, no, we just move on from it.
Well, that's a good place to stick a fork in this. I know we could keep going on and on and on about this. I do think it was a legendary score that was worthy of that score. Hey, if you've been enjoying just the way we just chopped this up and have this conversation, go ahead and hit that subscription button. Of course, give us that thumbs up. Let us know what we got right, what we got wrong, and the fun one is always, what did we miss? Now, if you want to reach Rakai, go ahead and let them know how they can get in contact with you, my guy.
In all socials at Diamond Mind, DIAMONDMYND. It's all about this right here.
Hey, and I want y'all to please harass Rakai in the comments and be like, yo, we want to see you more. Go ahead, twist it, pull the tail, whatever it is you got to do. Chant that bad boy, because I want to see more Rakai as well. Dude, you're wildly talented. Thank you so much for being a part of this project. This doesn't happen like this without you, man. Thank you.
No problem, Mike. All
right. Yo, love y'all. We'll catch you on the next project. All right, man. Peace.